welcome back to the Gridiron Expert. You know, we've been saying it for the last few days, but if you thought Week 6 was great, well, you haven't seen anything yet. Because Week 7 is shaping up to be even better. Week 6 sure was chaotic. Penn State lost to UCLA. Texas lost to Florida. We saw 5 ranked teams go down. We're going to see 3 guaranteed ranked teams go down because we have 3 huge ranked versus ranked matchups. But there's a lot of other games that have some big-time upset potential. We're going to be picking a few of them today. So the ranked versus ranked matchups are great, but there are a lot of games flying under the radar, and that's what we're here to discuss in our Week 7 predictions video, just like we bring you every single week, every single Tuesday. We've got the whiteboard out. Let's go ahead and jump on into it. Let's start on a Friday night, and let's start with number 24, South Florida at North Texas, an American Conference matchup. Now, we don't always bring group of 5 teams into this discussion, right? But this one's worth discussing for a lot of different reasons. Number one, South Florida, they're ranked, right? They are in the hunt to be that group of 5 team that makes the college football playoff, right? And that win over Florida holding even more weight was impressive back then. It's impressive now, especially after Florida just beat Texas in the Swamp. But North Texas, don't sleep on the mean green. They're 5-0. This game is so big for them that they are letting out of class early. Classes are ending at noon on Friday so that the students and the faculty and the fans can all show up for this massive matchup for a 6:30 kickoff. So they're giving them a lot of time to have a packed stadium against a ranked South Florida opponent that has major implications, not just from the playoff race, but from the American Championship race as well. You look at South Florida, right? I mean, they've got a great team. Byron Brown's been phenomenal at quarterback. Alex Galesh has been phenomenal as a head coach. But North Texas has quietly flown under the radar, beating a lot of people convincingly left and right. They've got a dangerous offense and a dangerous quarterback led by Drew Mestamaker, who has thrown for over 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns, and no interceptions. What this ultimately comes down to is a couple of things for me. Number one, the battle I'm watching is South Florida's run game, one that averages over 188 rushing yards per game, against a North Texas rushing defense that gives up over 180 rushing yards per game. So that's a battle there. But on the flip side, North Texas, they like to throw the ball. They're averaging over 256 passing yards per game, and USF has not proven they can stop the pass. They're giving up over 246 passing yards per game. So South Florida's going to want to run it down North Texas's throat. North Texas is going to want to air it out against this South Florida secondary. What's going to give? Ultimately, it's going to be the North Texas Mean Green that get this win. I believe that their defense can make just enough plays. They have the 8th ranked passing defense in the nation as well, so you can maybe find a way to make USF a little bit one-dimensional coming into this game. In South Florida, while they've played great football, they've turned the ball over 7 times in the last 3 games. So they're struggling to take care of the football. They got South Carolina State, they beat Charlotte, who's no good, but 7 turnovers in the last 3 games. You turn over once or twice against this North Texas team, they're going to make you pay for it. North Texas, I think, gets this win. They improved to 6-0, and they need to start being in the discussion as being that group of 5 team to make the college football playoff. Their toughest test after this game is Navy. If they find a way, they're going to have to go undefeated, but if they go undefeated, they very well could be in the playoff. Great Friday night matchup. Make sure you don't miss it. Florida at number 5, Texas A&M. Here's going to be the storyline. You ready? It's always going to be this. Florida just upset one Texas team last week. Can they do it again? My answer is absolutely not. Look, this game in College Station at night with the 12th man on their side, A&M's the real deal. They are the real deal this year under Mike Elko. And I'm still not buying Florida. They had one great game against what appears to be not a very good Texas team. DJ Lagway, who'd been garbage all year long, had one good game against a not very good Texas team. That doesn't mean they're going to come on the road to College Station now and be a Texas A&M team that ranks 22nd in total offense, averaging over 466 yards per game, ranks 21st in total defense, allowing less than 290 yards per game. The Florida offense still ranks 92nd overall. Their defense is good, but are they going to be able to contain Marcel Reed, who has 11 touchdowns already on the year, over 1,200 yards? Are they going to be able to contain him all game long? Are they going to be able to shut down this A&M offense all day long? I don't think so. Right? This team is just really, really dang good. I don't think Lagway's the real deal. I think he kind of had a fluke game against Texas. Now you're asking him to come onto this hostile environment on the road at night and deliver again. It's not going to happen. Texas A&M will win this game. Florida will drop to 2-4. The little honeymoon period of beating Texas will be over. They're going to go back to the drawing board with a very difficult schedule the rest of the way, and not a lot of room for error if they just want to make a bowl game. The Aggies win this game despite what Florida just did last week. Number 10, Georgia at Auburn. Deep South's oldest rivalry. Got a big one here. This is one of those weird trap games, right? Like on paper, you look at this, the rankings, you look at this, and you go, it should be Georgia, right? I don't think so. I'm going to pick Auburn to pull off this upset. I'm going to pick Auburn to shock the nation, create some chaos in the SEC by beating Georgia. Because the Bulldogs are 4-1. They're a top 10 team, sure. But they just haven't looked that great. They were maybe fortunate to beat Tennessee in Knoxville. They lost to Alabama at home. And even against Kentucky, they only won 35-14, turned the ball over twice. It just wasn't that much of a dominant performance that we've been used to seeing from Georgia. Even struggled early in the year against Austin Peay. Georgia, sure, they've won 7 straight regular season games over Auburn in this rivalry series. 8 straight games overall if you include the SEC championship many years ago. Only 2 of those games they've won by 1 possession, so they've dominated the series for quite a while. You look at Auburn, they're 3-2, not looking that great. Another down year for them, some would say. They're coming off a bye week, sure, but the 2 games prior to that, they lost by 1 possession to Oklahoma and Texas A&M. To me, that shows this Auburn team's better than people realize. They need some work on offense, sure, but their defense is doing their job. They limited Oklahoma. And someone said they should have won had it not been for that controversial play. They limited Texas A&M, only lost 16-10. So if their offense can just wake up, they've got a chance against almost anybody, I think, in the entire country. And I think their offense does wake up a little bit here. Both run defenses are really good. Both Auburn and Georgia have a top 25 rushing defense, both allowing less than 90 rushing yards per game. But the Georgia secondary has been a little suspect. Hasn't been all that great. And the Georgia defense isn't getting home to the quarterback. Auburn has offensive line issues, but the Bulldogs only have 7 sacks on the year. I think Auburn can give Jackson Arnold just a little bit time to finally utilize these wide receivers that we've been praising all offseason long. They're going to have a chance to win this game. And I think they do. A night game at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Crazy things happen in a rivalry game. And I know it sounds crazy to say if it's 11 o'clock versus 7 o'clock, it's a different environment. But if you're a college football fan, you know that's exactly true. Night game at Jordan-Hare. Backs against the wall. Off a week of rest. Give me Hugh Freeze and the Tigers. I picked this back in the preseason. I picked it back in the summer. I'm not going to falter on it now. Even if I'm wrong, I'm taking Auburn to pull off an upset. Chaos in the SEC. Number 15, Michigan at USC. Both teams 4-1. So when it comes to maybe potential playoff aspirations, both teams in desperate need of a win here. Last year's meeting between Michigan and USC was a classic, right? At the Big House. Weren't really sure what to expect from both these programs. And Michigan ended up winning 27-24 on a touchdown with 37 seconds left. So it was just an awesome game, awesome finish. USC entering this game off of a bye week. Michigan entering this game off a 14-point win over Wisconsin, which certainly isn't saying much. The kicker's this. Michigan's defense versus USC's offense. That's the battle we're watching, right? The Wolverines rank 18th in total defense, giving up just 283 yards per game, 206 of those coming through the air. USC, they're averaging over 565 yards per game and over 338 through the air. What's going to give? Will Jade Mayava at home deliver against this Michigan defense? He's thrown for over 1,500 yards, 11 touchdowns, just 1 pick. Bryce Underwood in a hostile environment, the first really hostile environment. He played at Nebraska, right? So Nebraska, Oklahoma, and now USC. How does he handle the lights? Didn't look that great against Oklahoma. Decent against Nebraska. This is a Michigan team that clearly wants to run the football. Justice Haynes already has over 650 yards and 8 touchdowns on the year. USC's rushing defense isn't that bad. The Trojans' secondary has some concerns. Their rushing defense is only giving up 108 rushing yards per game. So, if USC can shut down the run game and force Bryce Underwood to win this game through the air, I think the Trojans get it done. And that's what I'm going to pick to happen. USC's offense is a little bit more explosive. It's the best offense I think Michigan's seen all year long. And yeah, that includes Oklahoma. Oklahoma with John Mateer is good. The tough environment in Norman. But I'm going to venture to say from an explosive standpoint, a big playability standpoint, USC's got that edge. So the toughest offense they've seen all year long. If USC's defense shows up, makes them one-dimensional, I don't believe Bryce Underwood can solely win this game through the air by himself. Only has 3 passing touchdowns on the year. USC gets the win. It's going to be close, but they deliver some chaos in the Big Ten with an upset over another contender. And speaking of chaos, the Big 12, that's what we've got in the Big 12. I don't know what's going to happen in that conference. Texas Tech is certainly the front runner right now, but outside of that, Arizona State looks good. Utah looks good. Iowa State is certainly still in the hunt. TCU can sneak in there. I mean, this is a really, really crazy conference in the Big 12, and we're going to get some more chaos late Saturday night between number 21 Arizona State and Utah. Last year, I feel like that was Arizona State's coming out party, right? When they beat Utah late on that Friday night, 27-19. That was a fun game, and that was like, whoa, Arizona State might be legit. Arizona State might be legit, and obviously they were. Won the Big 12 and went to the college football playoff. Both these teams now enter this game coming off a bye week. Sure, Salt Lake City isn't as tough or as daunting as maybe what it used to be. It certainly has been proven people can win there, just like we saw Texas Tech do just a few weeks ago. But the Utes defense is still really strong. Utah still ranks 25th in total defense, giving up just 300 yards per game. If they can come in here and stop the run and force Sam Leavitt to win the game through the air, Utah's going to be fine. Leavitt's a fine quarterback. He's a talented quarterback. He's got weapons, but Arizona State needs to be able to run the football. If they can't do that, they're going to struggle, especially on the road. Utah's offense, still really good. Devin Dampier, I love him. Over 1,000 passing yards, 11 touchdowns, rushed for over 250 yards and 2 more touchdowns. He's tough to stop. This Utah offense as a whole, again, ranks 18th in the nation, is really, really tough to stop. Arizona State is also 2 comebacks away from being, 2-3? They were fortunate to beat Baylor on the road. They were fortunate to come back and beat TCU a few weeks ago. So this team's good. They're talented, but they're also very fortunate. I think that's going to be exposed on a late-night road game in a very tough environment against a good Utah team on both sides of the ball. Kyle Whittingham will have his team ready to go for this game. They deliver at home. Utah improves to 5-1. They hand the reigning Big 12 champions their second loss of the year, only their first in conference play, but their second loss of the year, and it's going to make for a wild finish in the Big 12. So, there you have it, guys. Look, week 6 was great. Week 6 was shocking. Week 7 is going to be even better. You're guaranteed to see 3 ranked teams lose, right? In 3 ranked versus ranked matchups, you're going to see 3 teams lose. Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more losing here in our Week 7 predictions. And that's just the ones we have on our big board, right? So we're thinking at least 7 top 25 teams will lose in Week 7. Could very well be more. It's going to be a fantastic slate of football. Handful of upsets are going to happen. Chaos is going to ensue, not just on the national stage, but within the individual conferences as well. So buckle up. This is where it gets fun. Sit back, enjoy, watch the madness unfold, because that's what college football is all about. So guys, as always, thank you so much for watching us here at the Gridiron Expert on YouTube. Make sure to continue to like, comment, subscribe, share our videos. Check out everything down in the description below. That includes our website, thegridironexpert.com, home to these expert picks over here, fresh off a 60% week in college football. Hit a big parlay there as well. So profited fairly well, I'd say, in Week 6. The earlier you sign up for those now, the better it's going to be for you. It's a year-long subscription. Go sign up, take advantage of them, become a member of our GE Nation today. And once again, as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on The Gridiron Expert.
Yeah.